Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you to the preseason video to kick off our 4th season as the New York Jets here on Madden 20 for the PC. This is just a little longer than normal, and what I'm going to show in this video is highlights of all 4 preseason games. Not necessarily a play-by-play commentary as normal, so some of the plays may not follow the flow of the game. All should be in sequential order, but a lot of action is skipped by trying to get you highlights of some of the bigger and difference-making plays that we like to find in preseason. So let's get started with our first game here in MetLife Stadium with the Jets taking on the Tennessee Titans. We start out the game with the Titans having the ball. Marcus Mariota is still their quarterback. He completes that one to Humphries over the middle, tackled by Adams. And that is an interesting story. He has a $102 million contract over 7 years. And that, while sounding quite high, has the potential of being a game changer for this team. He's proven himself quite the game changer on this defense, and that is going to be worth a lot going forward. Now Darnold passes to Crowder for a solid pickup over the middle for his first pass. Now on 2nd and 20 again. Going over the middle, and he's completed that pass to John Ross III. Picked up in free agency. They hope that is going to make a difference on the outside of this receiving core, primarily due to his speed and his ability to get off the line. That one completed to Grant over the middle for a long gain. There, I think, is going to be a lot of competition between those two, Grant and Ross, for that starting position, because both are really fast and can get down the field in a hurry. Now Darnold back to pass, goes long and completes it to Crowder. Does he have the speed to make it all the way to the end zone? Yes, he does. Now Mariota trying to get the Titans activated, and the pass is intercepted off the bounce. Marcus May, a constant feature in that defense, makes the grab. Now a screen pass out to Bell. He rolls over the top of some players and gets the first down. Bell now in his 9th season in the league, and his second team is really hoping for some big things this season, because last year, quite frankly, was underwhelming. He did have some issues with some blocking because of a young offensive line, but that may have changed this season. We primarily have the same offensive line, but they are maturing in a hurry. And Terrell Briscoe gets in the backfield for a tackle. He's one of 4 rookies on the squad this season. And yes, you are right, only 4 got into the preseason. The Jets trading away the rest. And Quadre Henderson has an excellent return back to the 41-yard line of the Titans, putting the Jets in excellent field position. Mullins is in there at quarterback now, throws, and he hits Jakeem Grant inside the 20-yard line, inside the red zone. McGuire, now he is slotted as Bell's backup since the departure of Corey Grant, and now you saw McFarland with a excellent run up the middle, finding the hole. And now it's 17-0 Jets. Deion Kane catches that pass for the Titans in traffic. I don't know how he got a hold of that one. And Jamal Adams gets in the backfield, showing why he's so valuable to this team. 3rd and 21 for the Titans, and it's complete over the middle. That's the rookie out of Michigan State, Jaquez Fuller, for the Titans. And if they're not careful, the Jets could be burned quite often by him. And Dion Lewis gets into the end zone to cap off the Titans' drive. Now in his 11th year in the league, out of Pittsburgh originally. Mullins throws deep again, and it is caught by Carl Arsenault. A 41-yard connection, and he is one of those receivers that is making his way up the depth chart, trying to make a spot in this roster. And there's Elijah McGuire making a catch, his first of the season. Not known as a particularly great receiver out of the backfield, but he makes them when he needs to. And Cousins takes off, and that is not Kirk Cousins. He's not backing up Mariota in Tennessee. That is second-year man Oliver Cousins out of Southern Miss. Now on 3rd and 11, another catch by Fuller down the middle of the field, finally tackled by Middleton. But that could be detrimental to any team, and he finally gets the touchdown. McFarland weaving his way into Titan territory with a long gain. And although he's only a 55 overall running back, he certainly has the moves, and he has some speed to go along with that. Henderson with another catch, and he's another up-and-coming receiver trying to make a dent in this roster. Mincy with the touchdown, and Ronald Blair III finally gets to Mullins, now in his 6th season in the league. McFarland on the screen pass, breaks out, and he goes all the way into the end zone. Another run back by Henderson, and he may be a choice that the Jets are going to have to make on down the line for that spot. Deontay Slate making the grab, but the drive stalls, and Daniel Carlson comes on for a 50-yard field goal, and he puts it through. Cousins trying to get something going for the Titans. Swings it out to Lewis, and he's tackled by Brandon Bryant, who is the backup to Jamal Adams. Bless on Austin, goes for the interception, and Tolliver takes it to the house. A 77-yard touchdown. Mullins over the middle connects with Henderson, showing that he can do more than just return kickoffs. 3rd and 11 now. Mullins connects with Slate. Deontay Slate spent the season last year on the practice squad, and he is trying to make this squad as a permanent wide receiver. And out of the backfield, Kevin Young, showing that he has good hands down the field, catching the ball out of the backfield. And they're running up the middle of the field, showing he has the ability to find the hole when necessary. Mullins throws to Slate again on the same pattern, finally taken down by Dane Cruikshank. 1st and 19 for the Titans, and it's intercepted. Brandon Bryant, is he going to take it the distance all the way back for a touchdown? And if he keeps this up, it'll solidify the choice that the Jets made in making him a backup to Jamal Adams. Now our second game against the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers has the ball first, hands the ball off to Aaron Jones, met by the Williams boys in the backfield. And just like last season, if they remain healthy, they will be a force in the middle of that field. Bell finds his way for a first down and more as he carries it all the way into Packer territory. Darnold back to pass and shows off his weakness, throwing it into a crowd, and Adrian Amos Jr. is there for the interception. Packers can't do anything with it. Scott punts the ball away, and it dies inside the 5-yard line. Darnold on the play-action pass has it intercepted. Again, it's Amos, and he has the ball inside the 30-yard line. This happens to be one of the things that Darnold has to work on in a big way, is his ability to pass the ball while under pressure. Now rolling out of the pocket, he gets sacked. Rashawn Gary in there to create the big loss. Now Rodgers with time, passes, and it's caught by Devontae Adams inside of the 30-yard line. Jones up the middle and makes a cut. Absolutely fakes out Marcus May and into the end zone. Darnold holding on to the ball a little bit too long, and Zadarius Smith makes the tackle. And Darnold goes down again. This time Preston Smith makes the tackle, and Jones gets on the outside, taking it all the way into Jet territory at the 29. And Brandon Bryant with another interception. He is taking this one all the way touchdown. Darnold throws, completes it to Chris Herndon. And now on the screen pass, Bell makes his way for the first down, weaves his way into Packer territory with some sweet moves there. And Tremaine Johnson climbs the ladder to knock that pass away, and that proves that he is still in the game to win it. Darnold throws into the end zone, and it's intercepted by J.R. Alexander in the end zone for Darnold's third interception of the game. Now with some excellent blocking and a whiff by Marcus May, Jones gets on the outside and has a nice gain. Grant makes a move, and he's out to the 34 on the punt return. And that is why I'm saying that there is some big decisions that have to be made in the Jets organization, because Grant should be a wideout and a starter, but he's so good at returning too, so that is going to be a big decision for them. Elijah McGuire makes a move, and he's outside the numbers and into Packer territory at the 28. Young makes a move up the numbers, and this, by the looks of it, has the earmarks of being a hard decision as well, because by the numbers he makes a better fullback, but he's having a lot of success at the halfback position, as well as McGuire there making a nifty run. Mullins into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Deontay Burnett. Right now slotted as the 7th wide receiver on the depth chart, but who knows as the preseason goes on. The rookie quarterback for the Packers, Samuel Connell, gets taken down by Vernon Butler, and the favor is returned. Mullins gets sacked by Nathan Shepard. The former Jet returns to MetLife to make a big play, and Deontay Burnett makes a nice catch over the top and all the way down the field into the end zone. Butler with his second sack of the evening. Connell back to pass, throws, and finds Alan Lazard inside the 40-yard line for a first down, a 20-yard reception. Our first look at Duke Riley, picked up by the Jets in free agency and trying to make a spot at that left outside linebacker position. Mullins over the middle to Grant, and he makes the catch out to midfield. Mullins has moments of brilliance, but he is not the most accurate. And McFarland breaks through into the end zone. Man, is he fast. All he did was make a couple of cuts and out in the open and all the way to the end zone. Mullins again, and he is sacked. Second-year man Anton Seymour trying to make a spot on the Packers roster. Connell back to pass, finds the seam, and it's complete out to Jawill Davis for a first down. This pass is intercepted this time. Perry Nickerson with the nice user juke, and he's inside the red zone for the Jets. Mullins back to pass, throws over the middle, and Ciante Slate inside the 5, tackled at the 2-yard line. And here to cap it off is Kevin Young. Blesson Austin with another interception. He is going to go all the way, touchdown Jets. A 50-yard return, and the Jets are ahead 48-16. Slate with another catch inside the 30-yard line of the Packers. And that brings us to the end of this game. A lot of interceptions on both sides, and that needs to be worked on as we head into the regular season. Now game number 3 against the Dallas Cowboys. Grant fields the Cowboy punt, weaves his way, makes the first wave miss, and is out to the 41-yard line. And that will be a 27-yard return. Bell outside the number, makes a spin move, and he is inside the 40-yard line. Darnold gets sacked. Leighton Vander Esch making sure that we understand he is still a valuable asset in the middle of that Cowboy defense. Chris Herndon with the grab at the 26-yard line. Darnold back again to throw, completes it to Anudwa inside the red zone at the 16. Prescott with the throw, and Amari Cooper makes the grab. And Cooper is hoping to repeat his record-setting season from a year ago. Ja'Kai Polite on the stop, sacking Dak Prescott. Over the middle, and it's intercepted. C.J. Mosley with the interception, and it's nice to see his name called, as in my humble opinion, it just doesn't get called enough. The pass is complete out to Crowder. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds, but a 26-yard reception. Bell takes it up the middle, skins, and is into the end zone. Ja'Kai Polite showing off he can get in the backfield. Another sack in this game. Prescott back to throw, and this one is knocked away by Darrell Roberts. Darnold back to pass, and it's complete again to Crowder, and it's the same pattern that he has run repeatedly. DeMarcus Lawrence gets in for the sack, even though he was being held on the play. Bell takes it to the 30-yard line on a screen pass. Stopped short of the first down by Chido Awuzie. Grant fields this punt, heads left, and is all the way out to midfield. What a return. Bell spins. Oh, he's going to be all the way into the end zone. No. They are calling him into the end zone. It looked like he was stopped short, but he gave it to him anyway. Blake Cashman gets in on the stop of Ezekiel Elliott. The pass goes to Amari Cooper over the middle, and it's a first down for the Cowboys. Dak back all day to throw it, and they actually gave Amari Cooper that catch on the sideline. What a reception. Prescott lets it fly again. It's intercepted by Trumaine Johnson. Back the other way and knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Darnold trying to make something of that. And DeMarcus Lawrence again gets the better of second-year right tackle Jeremy Irons. Bell catches the floater out of the backfield. Finally tackled at the 34. Leonard Williams takes down Elliott in the backfield for a loss. On 3rd and 8, Darnold throws over the middle, complete to Crowder. He likes that route, obviously. Darnold going to the end zone, and it's Howard Ash, the rookie out of Utah, with the interference in the end zone, and the ball is placed at the 1. The pass goes into the end zone, and Ross cannot hang on to it. Awuzie knocks the ball out of his grasp. Mullins over the middle. Arsenault catches it at the 41. A 26-yard reception, and most of the time, if you get it in his grasp, he makes the catch, and there he makes another one. McFarland weaves his way out to the 31. And Anuna with the grab in the middle of the field and into the red zone for the Jets. The boys backed up to the 4-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott, oh my goodness. He gets through the middle of the line and he's all the way into the end zone. A 96-yard touchdown run. Did he ever catch the Jets in the wrong defensive alignment? Here is our first look at Harvey Gabriel, a number 1 pick by the Jets out of Western Michigan, and Amari Cooper makes the touchdown. Back to Gabriel, it'd be sure nice if he had hidden development. At least he'd be assured of a star player, but at least he was a high draft pick, and he should be good on that defensive line. A solid backup for now, but who knows going forward. And the pass by Prescott is caught, and that gives the Cowboys a 1st and goal. And more with the dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mullins trying to keep the win streak going. Back to pass. And again, he hits the same pattern, this time to Jakeem Grant. Out to the 47-yard line. Now 3rd and 22. Mullins goes deep for Burnett, and Byron Jones makes the interception. Not sure why he's still in the game in the 4th quarter. Now Kevin Young finds a hole in the defense, and he's all the way out to midfield, still going to the 25 and finally tackled at the 23. Wow, that is just amazing because he does not have elite speed. Mullins over the middle to Burnett. 1st down inside the 10-yard line. And Elijah McGuire weaves his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. On the last play from scrimmage, the Cowboys throw it into the end zone, and Westry comes down with it. That brings us to the end of game number 3. The Jets, the victors in this one as well. 3 interceptions in this game, and the defense of the Jets are proving they are formidable. The Chiefs are the next target, and the 1st down is made. Mahomes to Watkins, and I have a feeling that opposing teams are going to see a lot of that connection in this regular season. Former Jaguar T.J. Yeldon is into the end zone. Touchdown for the Chiefs. Darnold throws complete to Enunwa out to the 39-yard line. Back to pass again. Throws a floater caught by Bell, and it's into Chief territory. McGuire weaves his way up the middle and is finally tackled at the 38. Back to pass. Complete to Rodgers. Did they give him the first down? Yes, they did. The Chiefs with the ball again. The give to Yeldon, and he is stopped. Tremaine Johnson gets to him in the backfield. Darnold on 1st and 10 completes it out to John Ross on the crossing pattern. And that's the thing you're going to find with John Ross in the wide receiver core. If Darnold has enough time, he's going to be able to find him just because of the speed that he possesses. And Brian Poole with the interception. Former LSU running back Darrell Williams catches this one out of the backfield. So that puts the Chiefs in scoring position, and Perry Nickerson intercepts that in the end zone. If it weren't for the fact that the Jets are so deep at cornerback, I have a feeling that Nickerson would be a starter elsewhere. He is definitely a cornerback to look out for. Deontay Burnett with the nice catch on the sideline. Mullins back to pass, throws over the middle. Grant catches it in traffic and down to the 39-yard line. Mullins passes it again. Chris Herndon makes the grab down to the 4-yard line, and the Jets are in business. Mullins throws, and it's caught by Burnett in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Burnett just doesn't seem to get the ball all that often, but when he does, boy, does he make it count. Rookie Freddie Richardson out of UAB gets it for the Chiefs, and he's out to the 45. The Chiefs subbing in quite a few rookies. This time, it's halfback Lee Burke on the sideline with the catch. Mullins trying to put some points on the board before halftime, and he is sacked. Charles Harris getting home on that play. Bringing up 4th and 19, and out comes Carlson, and he puts that one through good from 55 yards out. Rookie out of South Carolina, Cornell Fisher is in there at quarterback for the Chiefs, and he looks to be a big one. Obviously, he is 6'6" and 232. He has some size to him. Chris Westry gets a little bit too enthusiastic, getting in there for the DPI infraction. Brandon Bryant gets a hand in there to knock it away from Darrell Williams. Kevin Young around the right side, all the way out to the 42-yard line, a 14-yard run. Not bad considering he's a 60 overall, and I frankly wasn't expecting a lot out of him. Duke Riley getting in on the tackle, and if he keeps up this performance, he could be a serious candidate for the middle of that field. Rodgers with the reception down to the 22-yard line. Mullins and company trying to get their way back into this game, and that one's intercepted. Victor McKnight is taking it all the way back. Nobody is even close. McFarland tried to catch him, but he was unsuccessful. Mullins back to pass again, throws, and this one is, Reese Fountain just couldn't hang on to that one. It's hard to blame him. He was in a crowd when he tried to catch that. The pass is deflected by Briscoe, intended for Richardson, and I just don't know whether he would have gone anywhere anyway. Oh, Colquitt kills the ball inside the 5. McFarland with a nice carry to get him out of the hole. Mullins throws complete out to Slate. He's out to the 30-yard line. 10-point deficit trying to be made up here. McFarland weaves his way out to the 46. Mullins back to pass, and this one is incomplete. Ciante Slate just can't hang on to that. McFarland again up the middle, out to the 43-yard line. Now Mullins looking for that same pattern, and this time the Chiefs read it like a cheap dime store novel. Rookie Jelani Sylvester making the interception and taking it back the other way. The give is to Darwin Thompson, third-year man out of Utah State. Takes it all the way to the 7-yard line and out of bounds. Perry Nickerson reading that one and stopping Thompson in the backfield. Mullins now with another opportunity. Backpedals, throws, completes this one out to Fountain at the 42-yard line for a 23-yard reception. Again, Mullins throws, and this one is thrown too far, intercepted by Rashad Fenton out of South Carolina. And that should put the capper on this one. Mullins trying to make something of nothing here and goes down finally. Dominic Easley making the sack and trying to make the Chiefs squad. Mullins goes down again. Charles Harris gets him at the 3-yard line. The pass out of the end zone, deep, and it is incomplete. The Chiefs take over, and this one is wrapped. Thompson with the easy run to the end zone. Mullins completes this one over the middle and inside Chief territory to Rogers, and that brings us to the end of this football game. Doing it on the ground in a big way, the Chiefs win this 29-10. Now that the games are done, let's look at some preseason stats. We see Darnold has controlled himself a little bit, and instead of over 1.6 picks per game last season, only threw 3 in 4 games. The only issue was that he only played half the time as normal, so I guess there's still some room for improvement. Le'Veon Bell had a pretty solid preseason. He only carried it 21 times in 4 games, but if you take into consideration the 8 times that he caught the ball and the 77 yards it produced, then for the amount of time that he was on the field, I would say he had a pretty well-rounded out preseason. Leonard McFarland is a halfback off the practice squad, and for a 55 overall player, he had quite the impact during the preseason. The rookie Kevin Young had a pretty productive preseason as well, carrying the ball for over 10 yards per touch. As for the receivers, we saw about what we expected out of Crowder and Grant. Solid ball. But take a look at the up-and-coming Carl Arsenault. Just over a 26-yard average per catch that netted him a 158 yards through the air. Remember that last season he was our kick return specialist, and it seems that he's making the adjustment to full-time work as a wideout just fine. Rookie Taylor Yates had his issues at right tackle trying to protect Darnold and Mullins, but then so did Jack Willig. I was hoping that Willig would pull out of that slump that he's been in for the last, half of last season anyway. but that may be something that needs to be addressed as we start the season. Moving to the defense, Jamal Adams proved that he's just, well, a beast. Look at that, 32 tackles and 27 of those were solo efforts. Not bad for limited time on the field during preseason, and Avery Williamson was right up there with him. But look at some newcomers to the lineup. Duke Riley and Brandon Bryant sure made some heads turn with their outstanding play. But take a look at the numbers for Blake Cashman. 7 tackles for loss. It takes the honors for that category, which leads me to believe that he just has a knack for getting in the backfield, and that's why I don't see letting him go for, well, anytime soon anyway. You know, I really don't like sounding all negative, but take a look at the numbers for Cashman and then look at those of C.J. Mosley. With as much as his contract is worth, he should be producing like Jamal Adams. But I guess we just have to endure the contract the Jets made with him. I guarantee you that it wasn't me that made that deal. He just isn't living up to the bargain. That's all I'm saying. On to something positive. How about those interceptions? Looks to me that the Jets have the makings of a pretty good pass defense again this year. Look at that column and all the players that got in on the action. It would seem that an improvement was made in the kicking game with the addition of Daniel Carlson to the fold. 9 of 11 field goals made, with 56 being his long. It's a little sad to see that he missed 2 extra points here in preseason, but let's hope that he's just warming up. Those just need to be autopilot stuff, and while 86% sounds good, it is just extra points. I'm not sure what happened with kick and punt return stats, but there's going to be a big decision on who is the return specialist to start the season. Both Jakeem Grant and Quadri Henderson were very effective at that spot, and it'll be a toughie to see who gets the nod going into the regular season. Now comes the time for the cuts to be made in order to get down to the 53-man roster, and of course a 10-man practice squad. It isn't all that tough this season due to the salary cap issues that the Jets are having. There are only 4 cuts that need to be made, and it's made even easier since 3 of the 4 players are going to the practice squad. The only true cut will be that of 29-year-old F.A. Obata that just couldn't make the grade. So the 2021 depth chart looks like this. Our quarterback will be Darnold, backed up by Mullins. At halfback, we have, of course, Le'Veon Bell with McGuire and McFarland behind him. The rookie Kevin Young has been moved to fullback, and I think that'll be interesting to see if he grows into that role or not. Trayvon Wesco isn't that old and seems to have a pretty good handle on that position right now. At wideout, we seem to have a bunch that'll need to be sorted out yet, because it would seem that Quincy Enunwa would be a better slot receiver than a deep ball man, and since John Ross has been signed, he could be a viable option as a starter on day 1 as a deep threat. There's a lot of indecision on that one. The O-line is still pretty young, but the advantage is that the group that won a Super Bowl together has been retained for another season. As young as they are, it's going to be quite interesting to see if they grow in their abilities again this season. The big question mark is, as was mentioned earlier, that left tackle Jack Willig needs to improve, or he could be losing that position. When it comes to the defense, the core has remained unchanged from a season ago, meaning all the starters are still the starters. The big mix-up has been in the backup roles. Notable changes are the addition of Vernon Butler at left end, rookie Harvey Gabriel backing up Henry Anderson, rookie Jose Westbrook trying to fill the shoes of Nathan Shepard, who's now with the Packers, as we just saw. That leaves the defensive tackle position a little on the light side. Duke Riley is now backing up Ja'Kai Polite, and finally backing up Jamal Adams is Brandon Bryant. New York has definitely had to take a dip in the quality of the backups for this season, and all we can hope is that we don't have a negative impact down the road as the season progresses. Finally, there is the acquisition of Daniel Carlson to take control of the kicking duties this season. And of course, we have the practice squad that has taken a nosedive in talent this season due to the lack of salary cap, obviously. Last season, we had a problem with other teams signing players to their regular squad, and I don't see that as a problem this year. The Jets are now ready for the 2021 regular season. They play the South Division in both the AFC and the NFC, along with the Chargers, and starting out the season at home in MetLife against the Indianapolis Colts. New York starts the season with 3 at-home games and then an early bye week, so we just don't get the benefit of a mid-season rest. We'll have to see if that has an impact on the week depth chart late in the season. If the Jets get banged up this season like they did toward the end of last season, it could prove to be a real challenge to field a high-caliber team each week. Andrew Luck has not retired from the game and is still the leader of Indy's offensive attack. Marlon Mack is the man at the rushing controls, and like the Jets, don't have a deep well to draw from if he gets hurt. The Jets defense may have an advantage since, aside from having a solid first-string receiving crew, the Colts have a weak second wave due to some injuries in the preseason. Defensively, Indy has a solid front seven, but not what I would call elite, and if Darnold wants to throw short and medium, he may have success. Just stay clear of Malik Hooker in going deep, and he should be fine. The bigger question is, will the Colts front be able to stop Le'Veon Bell from having what he hopes is a great start to the 2021 campaign? That does it for the 2021 preseason, everyone. Have the Jets put together a team that can lead them to back-to-back championships in the AFC and ultimately another Super Bowl ring? Only time will tell. I would say that New York had a stronger looking team last season and definitely were supported by a much stronger backup cast. How will that play as the season unfolds? Well, be with me here starting next week for the start of a brand new season, the 4th in this series. The goal is the Super Bowl in Tampa for another shot at the Lombardi Trophy. Until we see you for the start of the 2021 season against the Indianapolis Colts, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.